can't rebuke them because them is heathens. You all are not heathens, you all are the Israelites. The Lord is talking to you all.
That's right,
Read.
And I will take one of a city,
And the Lord said, I will take one from every city
and two of a family.
and two from every family. So every family we go to in Trinidad, if two people wake up, that's all the Lord needs. The rest of them, they wasn't ready for it. Right.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 26.
Read.
It reads, it says, take this book of the law and put in the side of the ark of the covenant of Yahweh thy power.
He said, take this book. The book represents the Torah, and put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the Lord. Read.
That it may be for a witness against thee.
That the Torah, which is the 5 books of Moses, will be for a witness against you. Read.
For I know the rebelliousness and the stiff neck. Behold, while I am yet here alive with you. And I go back to Moses. But that when Moses was here with the Israelites. You know, Moses said, while I was here with you, right? It said, you this day, ye have been rebellious against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
He said, you have been rebellious against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You have the one in
I could say something, you know, because even when we came out of Egypt, right? Even when we came out of Egypt, a lot of us, you know, was so rebellious that Moses had a split within the camp. When I say within the nation of Israel, where Moses said, who for me, which is for the Lord, stand on this side, and who not stand on that side, right? And it's obvious that had who stand on the other side. And what take place with them? They was put to death.
That's right,
right? Because they was rebellious as hell. And it's the same spirits. It's the same spirits, because spirits don't die. Right? Contrary to what the Christian churches teach you. Right? Spirits don't die. Right? It's the same spirits that back here today. It's the same spirits that being whores and lesbians and gangsters, murderers, thieves, homosexuals, those corruptible politicians. It's the same spirits that back here. Them spirits didn't disappear. Right? That's why Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to deal, right? But 2/3 are you all on that side, right? 2/3. See them dealing with the Northern Kingdom, which is starting with those so-called Venezuelans, right? Who is actually the tribe of Asha. See what we done doing with them? Yeah. Watch how they flock to it. Look, watch how they flock in here, right? And he passing at Salakia, and the prophecy concerning the curses where a brother go be evil towards the brother. Watch how you so-called Negroes just treat your own brother who is also so-called Venezuelans, right? Or they just treat them like dogs, right? But it all goes back to what? Rebelliousness. So the curses end up coming on we had, right? We are going to what now?
They say, ye have been rebellious against me, against Yahweh thy power.
Yeah, you've been rebellious, what?
And how much more after my death?
How much more after his death, right? Yeah, how much more after his death? Yeah, after he dead. Yeah, worse and worse, man. What's your condition? What's your condition of people? Right? What's your condition of people? Who's pipers? Yeah? What the scripture? When I go back to the curses in Deuteronomy 28 and 15, no, not 15, 16. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28, 16. Baba, watch out.
Okay, fast.
Listen, you look at Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16.
What?
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Cursed shall be what?
Thou be in the city.
How the hell we living in friggin' Port of Spain, boy? Like dogs. Watch how we living on Nelson Street, Duncan Street, George Street, St. Paul Street, Sealots, Beetham. Read it over again, huh?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 16.
Go ahead.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Cursed shall be thou in the city. Watch how we people living in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Watch how we people living in Kingston. Yeah, in Spanish Town.
Even just start, when you're going down, right, and you walk up Charlotte Street, what you own the buildings,
and what you the
selling in the
niggas
drain. We people selling in the drain.
And ever so often, and hear this thing, first we know we're on point, and ever so often, the police has come and run the vendors off.
Yeah.
Ever so often. Now the Bible says all that written in the book of the law of Moses. Because we forgot, we broke the heavenly covenant. And somebody give me Deuteronomy, hold on, somebody give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 1.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1.
That's good.
It shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord, thy power to observe and to do all his commandments,
Right.
which I have commanded thee this day,
Right.
that the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
That the Lord thy God will what?
Will set thee on high.
If we did listen, we will have been, you see all the merchandise here, will have been our own. But because we disrespect the covenant, he said, now the heathens, who is our foot rags, they are on top of us and they're treating me like shit. Real.
Above all the nations on the earth.
He said you will be above all the nation upon the earth. Jump to verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15.
Right.
It says, but it shall come to pass.
And Moses said, he said, but it shall come to pass,
if thou wilt not hearken unto the Lord, unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
what?
that all these curses shall come upon thee.
That all this what?
All these curses shall come upon thee.
So when you see our brothers turning homosexual, curses. When you see our sisters pouring out the body, curses. When you see them running away from in Charlotte Street and Nelson Street, like curses. When you see we go and vote for PNM and UNC, like curses. Because the Israelites don't vote. The Israelites, the Lord, what we just do? The Lord has anointed a king over Israel. Read that.
Yeah, it say, and overtake thee. It say, cursed shall thou be in the city.
He said, curse shall you be in the city. In the city, and you go down in Port of Spain, we curse. Arima, we curse. Sando, we curse. Police, look at watching in Kokorit. The other day, police going through and started beating the youths off the street. That can't be a blessing from God. That's a curse. When you know, when you people supposed to be calling me and saying, when are they coming in? Come and teach me his ways.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
And cursed shall thou be in the what?
The field.
The field represents your workplace. Sometimes you work a whole month and the boss man say money come in the bank. You have to wait another. I know it have people going through that. All that is curses.
What about first to be fired and last to be hired?
Curses.
You're first to be fired and last to be hired.
So we not the children of Israel? But I don't know who other nation going through that, but I know it's we.
You have all the qualifications, but I don't see an East Indian coming and getting managerial position over you. Yeah, and opening business too and all of that. Right? Look, the Chinese, go down, I think, to verse 46. Jump to verse 46, I think. The nation that is within the... Go down to verse 46.
Bring it up, please.
Yeah. 46 or 47 this year. Huh?
Yeah.
28, 46. Come back here.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43.
Go ahead.
The strangers,
The what?
The strangers that is within thee.
The stranger that is within thee, which is who? The East Indian, the Chinese, alright? Yes, yeah. When over in America, you had these East Indians also, along with the Arabs, alright? The Syrians down here, So read it over again, Baba Kosha.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43.
Well,
the strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Hold it there. The strangers that is within us shall get up above the very high.
Right.
Who the hell own Prestige Holland, which is KFC and Subway and all the group of companies.
One nigga I done that.
Who the hell own Standards along with BMW, BMW franchise along with Carib and whatnot, which is Ansama Car. Right? Just the other day, the East Indians and them come, right? They come here as indentured laborers, them get paid for their work. We didn't get paid. Our payment was what? Lynching and licks. Right? Yeah, lynching, right? And licks with a whip.
The Chinese came so like the Chinese came just the other day. Now they have all kind of functioning restaurants.
Not only that, the Chinese Association and all.
And another thing too, Rowley is about to let China pay for certain things in Trinidad.
They want to buy the ports.
Finance Trinidad. So which means if the Lord don't come, Trinidad will be owned by China. Believe me when I'm telling you that. Because remember when you borrow from a man, you have to pay the man.
With interest. With interest.
Because there are certain conditions with that lending.
So that's not good. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy.
Don't jump. Let's go down. Yeah, let's go down.
Right. Yeah. Continuing in Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Salakia. But you know what people like? See that going up the road there? That's what nigga like. Let the hard music. He don't feel like hell, no?
Fully dance and evil.
Yeah, what you say?
Fully dance and evil.
Yeah, that is slang out here. Fully dance and evil.
Fully dance and evil. Stupid niggas. Right? So read that.
Yeah, continuing in the book of Deuteronomy
Now
chapter
read it over again.
Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 43. The strangers that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
And we shall come down very low. Watch out the condition. Alright? Go ahead. Read.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Right, so good. Who own the monetary system? Right? Who own the monetary system? Who own the banks? Right? Who own the banks? Who own the credit unions? Right? We don't control the monetary system. We don't control the IMF, which is the International Monetary Fund. We don't control the World Bank. Alright? It's a slave master, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. They control that. When you want a loan, you have to go to them and beg them to get a loan. And you have to pay back with interest. Yeah, go ahead.
And this book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
The rich ruleth over the poor.
What?
The rich ruleth over the poor.
Yeah, and these Edomites, these Rothschilds and Rockefellers and all of them. Go ahead.
And the borrower is servant to the lender.
And the borrower is servant to the lender. Right? So practically you're still a slave, nigga.
That's right.
That's what it is.
You're still a slave because where's the nigga? Where's he chain up and nigga the stake from the East Indians? In order for you to live good in this life, you have to be owing the bank. And you dumb niggas, they stake that friggin' chain up. Right?
If I could say something,
Yeah.
when they so-called free the slaves, right? And we was free. Like they say they're free here. They're holding me and they're free here, right? Where you going and turn? You can't turn nowhere for food. You can't turn nowhere because you have nothing. When they're free, you have nothing. So you gotta go right back to them who once had you as a slave. You gotta go right back to them to be a slave again. You understand?
And that is because going on and say, read. Read. Go ahead.
Yeah. He shall be the head.
Yeah, he shall be the what?
He shall be the head.
He shall be the head.
And thou shalt be the tail.
And thou shalt be the tail. That is why we have to work. Who own extra food? Who own true value? Right? But who clean any floors for extra foods and true value? Who clean any floors? And clean any toilet bowl? And whatnot? for KFC and Subway.
Yes,
Right?
It's like, yeah, that go back to the brother in the video. Man saying you guys steal, let's check. I dance, you guys steal, let's check.
Yeah.
Show how Jakes bucked up. Jakes with that rather stoop towards the enemy for things that he thinks that Jake do everything. You understand? But we remember them in the ship. You understand? But we want to live around this place, they have our ship outside. What's going on behind me?
What's going on behind you?
And the point about it is, hold on, but in God's reality, he's a prince, that came down to that level because we forsook the holy covenant.
That's not. Let me continue this chapter.
Right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, continuing in verse 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee,
and it will overtake you, God,
till thou be destroyed.
How you being destroyed physically? No. Mentally, boy. Mentally.
Spiritually.
And spiritually too. Right? Go and read the friggin' Willie Lynch letter. Right? The making of a slave. Right? And you see it playing out, and because Willie Lynch, what Willie Lynch makes sure and do, he makes sure and tell them, he makes sure and tell the slave masters, if you follow my method, you would see that my method will follow on for centuries to come. And look, generation and upon generation, and look, you're seeing it to this day. Right? Well,
because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power.
Because they didn't listen, well,
to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Finish it up, right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 28. It says, gather unto me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears.
Which is the leadership. What?
And call heaven and earth to record against them.
Right? He called Moses, right? Because what going after he give us the covenant, all that we say, yeah, we go follow the covenant. So he say what he say, go ahead, read.
Say, for I know that after my death, ye will utterly corrupt yourselves.
Utterly what?
Corrupt yourselves.
And we are corrupt friggin' people, man. Go ahead.
And turn aside from the way which I commanded you.
Go ahead.
And evil will befall you in the latter days.
And what?
And evil will befall you in the latter days.
And a big part of the evil are going to follow we in this last days here is this.
That's right,
this. The RFID microchip. There's a big evil coming in the near future.
That's right.
Because once you take the RFID chip, you have no path with God.
Which is the mark of the beast. Right? That chip, that's the biggest evil they're coming for all here. Right? That you would neither buy nor sell, least you are the mark.
That's right,
Yes, and I know niggas like to smoke. So to get a cigarette, they go have to produce your mark of the beast. To buy food, you will have to produce a mark of the beast. To go in the market, you will have to produce a mark of the beast. And it is coming very soon.
And don't feel like you go buy sour market and buy 2 pounds of this and 2 pounds of that. No. You have to go buy massive stores. Notice massive stores buying over everything now, all them grocery and them, right? Massive stores and who else again?
Massive group, but that is a massive group. This tomato is a massive group.
Okay, hold on, listen. And they see how that, hold on, and they see how that they're going up inside it. When this begin to come out, there will be ton-loads of sheep going to be going up in the ghettos, kicking down your door, putting a gun to your head, and you will have to accept it. That's why everything in this life is conditioning you all for what is about to happen.
Just to add, we can say that because we would be a law against the state. Because once we take that RFID and the so-called cure, we're gonna be a shock because everybody taking it, everybody done living the new normal. So to you now, to them now, you gonna become the plague itself.
Yeah.
You understand? You gonna become COVID-21 itself.
Yeah, and
so
you will be an infidel. You'll be considered an infidel. Yeah, a hazard. Yeah, danger. You know what I mean?
Everybody who passing don't know they're tough and real. Or they make Jesus children and they like white God. So they make shit tongue, they like the police. They're real!
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Continuing in verse 29.
Call a lion boy. Call a lion boy, Rambos boy.
Continuing in verse 29. It says, because he will do evil in the sight of Yahweh, to provoke him to anger through the works of your hands.
Through the what?
Through the works of your hands.
Yeah, by making false gods.
Yeah.
By worshipping false gods through the works of your hand, you provoke the God of heaven to anger. No wonder we in the predicament we in.
You're lighting candle to say about it. You're lighting a candle. You're lighting a candle and opening the Bible on some psalm, and then putting a glass of water on top. And all these witchcraft, hey.
They're going in the Roman Catholic Church and they're eating the bread and the wine physically.
Yeah.
You understand?
Practicing what? Cannibalism. You think? But go ahead, go back to
So the book of Deuteronomy, continuing in verse 28, verse 46.
Well,
it says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
And they, which is the curses, shall be upon thee for a sign. Well,
and for wonder.
And for a wonder, a sign is a what? An indication. To indicate, right? Because it is prophesied that the children of Israel will lose their heritage, lose knowing who they are, right? So the curses is being there to put as a sign to bring you back to remembrance. To identify who is the children of Israel. Well,
and upon thy seed forever. Upon thy seed forever.
Which is the generations, right?
From generation to generation, and the scripture say forever.
Well,
done. Continuing, it says, because thou servest not Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, thy power.
Thy who?
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, thy power.
Yeah, your power, right? His name is not God. His name is not Yahweh. His name is not Yahuwah. His name is not Jesus. His name is not Jehovah. His name is Yahweh. And his son's name is Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh. The word Yah means he. Hawa means exist. When they put it together, he exists or he is.
Just like in Exodus 9:1, say that one. I am the God. I am the power of the Hebrews. Right? So he have a Hebrew name. The father is a Hebrew.
Because when Paul was coming from Damascus, out of Paul in the Hebrew tongue, that's and he only. Well, I'll tell you what that.
We want to change.
Continuing in verse 27, it says, because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Yeah, because you didn't serve Yahweh with joyfulness and gladness of heart, because you want to do your own thing, right? You want to lean on your own understanding. What?
And that had go back to your mind, same way?
Yeah, your mind. You had la'ab in the Hebrew, psych in the Greek. There where you get the word psychology from. Right, go ahead.
It says, for the abundance of all things.
Go ahead.
It continues, it says, therefore shall thou serve thy enemies.
Shall thou what?
Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies.
Yeah, that is why you've been enslaved. And to this day you're still serving your enemy. You're still working for the East Indian. You're still working for the Chinese. You're still working for the so-called white man. Right? Your main master, the so-called white man. Alright? Go ahead.
Which the Lord, which Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, shall send against thee in hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
Just like my brother now say there. Right? Because when they freeway, when they say the so-called freeway, We don't no business, we don't nothing, we don't no land, we don't nothing. It's no food, nothing. It's themselves here to go back by. Again, all that go back to what the making of a slave by. That is why you're still a slave to this day, right? That is why you still have an ID card, a birth certificate. All these things shows what? Friggin' ownership by.
Yeah, you're property of the state. Even when brothers make jail and they go in the precinct and I'm going to take the picture out and thing. What did I tell you? You are now a property of the state. But you're not going to go to jail to be a property of the state. You are a property of the state. Once you have an ID card and you have a passport, you are property of the state.
Driver's license.
Like from the time you're born. Because from the time your mother push out, there's going to be papers to sign up. Sign over your child that you now make to the state.
That's why Job said, curse the day I was born. See, our gospel is different than what you ever hear in your life.
They just call it conscription. You know, when you have more than one child, more than one son, a son, one of your son must serve now, boy. You must serve in the military now, boy. Yeah, in America they have that. They just have it called conscription now, boy. Right? If you know, like, you have 3 sons, at least 2 at least must serve now, boy. In the military now, boy. Whether it be the army, the marines, Navy, the Air Force, what. Understand? But go ahead.
Yes. In hunger and in thirst.
In hunger and in thirst. When we hungry, who we are to go by? Right? Who we are to go by? Right? Alright, let me just say, you're going by anti-Sherma, stacker to say you're going to buy a bacon saltfish and whatnot. But here the thing, which part anti-Sherma have to go and get the flour to make that bacon? Which part she go and get her saltfish? Right? From Massa. Right? So go ahead.
Yeah, they say, yeah, and in nakedness.
Right? Who like go and take clothes? Right? Who own Nike? Who own Adidas? Who own Polo? All them nice brand they like to wear Gucci. Yeah? Prada. You know, you like to you come out, step up because you know Jake like to look nice.
Who own Jordan?
Yeah, who own Jordan?
Michael Jordan don't own Jordan.
You don't own Jordan.
That's the label.
Even when you go Ratan. You only go Ratan.
Yes. Right?
From China. Yes.
Your point that.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah, and in want of all things.
And in want of all things, right? Again, when your passport, your ID, yeah, your driver's license, all these things, we are to go by to get on by from your master, your slave master. Go ahead.
Yeah. And he shall put a yoke.
He shall what?
He shall put a yoke.
He shall what?
He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
That's it.
And he shall put a yoke of iron
upon thy neck.
Upon thy neck. Right? You shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Which is what? You have to pull out that from my ass and get it to the camera there. That's typing yokes of iron. Yeah, Google yoke of iron. Watch how vivid this prophecy is. Watch how vivid. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. You see it there? What people fit that prophecy, right? She wanna see?
No.
She wanna see, she wanna see.
That's just accident personal.
For the camera.
Excuse. Ako ko ikot ulit. Ako ko ikot. Excuse. I will go.
Right there. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Right?
Until he have destroyed it.
And he ready to destroy everybody. Mentally and physically, that yoke of iron is what? You see the one with the force sprang? If you only know the depths of that yoke. That yoke was when the most rebellious slaves were always running away. What they will do is when they do catch you, right? They go put that upon you, so it will be so uncomfortable because you can't lean up on a wall because you have the two to the back, right? So you can't lean up on a wall and you can't lie down. So you always have to be in a standing position now.
And even too, like when they catch you and they bring you back to the plantation and they put a yoke of iron around your neck, it will stop you from getting far.
From getting far because
when you're running through bushes, you know, a branch hook up on one of the spokes.
Yeah, it can break your neck.
To
break your neck, and it was a deterrent for the rest of slaves to fall in line.
Yeah.
That's way it was.
Done.
For you niggas to fall in line. That's way it was.
And our people too like to forget about that.
That's why Burning Spears sing, do you remember the days of slavery, man?
Remember, got a precept here. Brother Nation, I'm getting a scripture from me. And remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations.
Deuteronomy 32, I think I Deuteronomy 32 and 7.
32 and 7.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
Remember the days of old.
What did the Lord say?
Remember the days of old.
The Lord say remember. Christianity tell you don't remember, forget them, put them things in the past. But we put them things in the past, we suffering in the future. So there's a saying, if you don't know your past, you can't know where you're going. Read.
Consider the years of many generations.
The Lord say remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Read.
Ask thy father.
Ask thy what?
Thy father.
Ask thy fathers.
And he will show thee. Thy elders.
And your elders represent your teachers. Your teachers going to be in Sawa, in Port of Spain, in Curep. Well,
and they will tell thee.
He said, and they will tell thee.
And they will tell thee.
Well,
right? When the Most High divided to the nations the inheritance.
When the Most High what?
Divided to the nations the inheritance.
He said when the Most High divided to the nations the inheritance. Read.
Right? When he separated the sons of Adam.
When he what?
When he separated the sons of Adam.
So he said he divided the nation and he separated the sons of Adam. Read.
Set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
He said he set the bounds of the people according to what?
According to the number of the children of Israel.
Read.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Even though our people most rebellious, it's still his people. And we have to have real patience when we come in sour. Real patience. There's a real patient people. Bring out the precept.
This is Jeremiah chapter 6 verse 16.
Well,
it says, thus says Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see.